On January 16th, truck driver Matthew Rankin stood near a gas station in Pevely, Missouri, quietly recording a nearby traffic stop on his phone. Officer Wayne Casey of the Pevely Police Department approached him and immediately demanded identification, stating that recording police in Missouri was illegal. What followed was captured on the officer's body camera.
What's up, bud? You got an ID with you?
Sorry, don't.
You have no ID with you.
No, I'm not in my truck. Plus, it's not a stop and ID state. I'm not committing.
No, it is. Do you realize you are in Missouri? It is
Missouri
now
stop
illegal to record the police officer. I can seize your phone right now
It's
as
a live
evidence.
Stream. It's a live
That's fine.
stream, so
Let me see
there's
your phone.
no evidence on the phone.
Go ahead and end it.
Nope.
End it right now. Or I will place you under arrest.
Committed a couple of felonies.
Listen, do you understand what I just said to you? Stop it right now. Stop it right now. Do you understand? Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay,
Stop.
I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off.
Stop. Right now. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. I understand. It's a live stream. There's no evidence on the phone. You just turned it off, so there's nothing recording now.
It is illegal in the state of Missouri to film us.
The Supreme Court's already ruled
No.
against that, sir.
Bull. I'm going to seize your phone
Sir,
as evidence.
I suggest you don't do that.
Oh,
You've
I
lost
don't
your
care what
qualified
you
immunity.
suggest.
You don't,
Being recorded right here.
Okay.
Let me see your ID.
You've lost your qualified immunity.
Let me see
What
your
kind of
ID.
immunity?
Do you understand what I just asked you?
What
Let me
kind
see
of
your ID.
immunity?
You're interfering with my traffic stop. Let me see your ID.
I'm on the other side of the street.
It doesn't
sir.
matter. You're taking my attention away from my traffic stop because now I have to watch over here to see what you're doing to make sure you're not going to harm me. Therefore, you're interfering with my stop because I am now taking my attention away from my traffic stop. Do you understand what I just said?
Give my ID.
Give me your ID.
But I'm telling you.
Give me, listen, I don't want your explanation. I don't want your explanation. Do you understand that?
Oh, I understand.
Okay then, great. Now that we understand each other.
Here you go.
Stand right here in front of my patrol car. Stand in front of my patrol car. And I'm just telling it, you're not out here asking me questions. You understand that? Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay.
That's my opinion.
I don't care what your opinion is. All right? Do you know what a felony is in the state of Missouri from being from Texas? I don't think so, okay?
You don't have a
What did you say?
You've committed federal felony.
No, there is no...
The first claim sets the foundation for everything that follows. Officer Casey tells Matthew Rankin that recording police in Missouri is illegal. That statement is false. He appears to be referencing a 2017 8th Circuit ruling, which held that there is no absolute First Amendment right to record all government proceedings at all times. But that is not the same as saying a person cannot film a police officer on a public street. Later clarifications from the same circuit confirmed that recording from a distance, without interfering, is a protected right, and that qualified immunity does not shield an officer who violates it. Other federal circuits have reached the same conclusion. This was not a legal gray area. Casey stated the opposite of what the law says, and then used that claim to threaten seizure of Rankin's phone. At that point, the encounter shifts. What begins as a verbal exchange becomes physical. Casey does not simply ask for the phone. He applies a thumb lock, a pain compliance technique, and forcibly takes a device from Rankin's hand, ending the live stream, a pain compliance technique, used in response to a non-existent crime. That moment is not a misunderstanding. It is a use of force against a protected activity, and the body camera captures it in full. The Supreme Court addressed this directly, ruling that the digital content of a phone generally cannot be searched without a warrant. Casey did not have one. This is not a minor procedural misstep. It is a separate violation, layered on top of the seizure that came before it.
Where's your vehicle at, bud? Here. Huh? Here. Where? Where? Which one?
Why do you want to know, sir?
Because I asked you where your vehicle is. Which one?
About eight trucks back.
8 trucks back.
Back.
Here's the deal, bud. You have no idea what's going on out here, okay?
I have absolutely no idea.
Exactly.
I have no
So you
intention
have...
of interfering.
Listen. Stop interrupting me. Let me talk.
Sir,
When we're conducting a traffic stop with a well-known drug dealer,
I kind of figured that since
Okay.
you gave her Schaefer Bra out.
I didn't make her do that. She did that all on her own.
I have nothing against what you're doing.
But you're out here trying to record us and trying to act like you know the laws. Shh. What did I just say about interrupting me, bud? Am I letting you talk when you talk? Let me talk. Let me explain things. Okay? You're over here trying to act like, you know, you're one of them guys that want to quote the laws of the cops and act like you know everything and act like all this. I committed federal felonies. There's no such thing. You don't even know what you're talking about, bud. All right? I've done nothing wrong. I'm well within my rights to do my job. Like I said, you're over here interfering with my stop because now I see you over here. I see something, a red light flashing at us occasionally. I don't know if that's a laser. I don't know what that is. There was some sort of red light coming off of your phone. I saw it several times. That's what caught my attention over here, okay?
First time I've ever streamed. Wouldn't know.
That's what caught my attention over here. So therefore, you are now interfering with my stop because now I have to take my attention off of this stop to watch you and see what you're doing. To make sure that you're not sitting over here with a weapon that's going to hurt me or my partner or the people that we have stopped over here. I don't know you. I don't know what you're doing over here. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, what you're saying makes sense. I don't agree.
It doesn't matter if you agree or not. Okay? That's what you're doing. Now, I can seize this phone if I want to, get a search warrant, and search it for any evidence pertaining to my traffic stop if you would like me to do so.
No, I wouldn't.
Then I would suggest,
You wouldn't find any because I streamed.
it doesn't matter. It's still on your phone somewhere, somehow.
No, that's not how it works. I understand.
It is how it works, bud. Okay? I would suggest you get back in your vehicle, let us do our job. We have more than enough officers over here. What's that?
I had no intention of interfering.
But that's what you were doing.
In your opinion?
No, it's not my opinion. That is, by statute, what you were doing. You took my attention off of my traffic stop. I now had to take my attention and turn it towards you, which is interfering with what I'm doing over there. I would suggest you get, I don't care what you agree with or disagree with, I would suggest you get in your vehicle, bud. Have a good night. We have more than enough officers over here that know what we're doing.
And I wasn't trying to interfere.
But,
I wasn't on
but
her
you
side.
were.
I wasn't on
But
their
you
side.
were.
There are two separate claims here, and they need to be addressed on their own. First, the red light. Casey says he noticed a flashing red light coming from Rankin's phone, something that drew his attention. But the footage shows no such thing. No blinking, no visible light, nothing that resembles a laser or a threat. The justification appears after the fact, and it does not hold up. Second, the interference claim. Casey argues that by shifting his focus to Rankin, the recording itself became interference. Courts have rejected that reasoning. Guidance on officer safety makes clear that a person must keep a reasonable distance and avoid physical obstruction. Rankin was roughly 200 feet away, standing still, holding a phone. An officer cannot create interference simply by choosing to approach someone who is already recording from a distance. The act of recording by itself is not interference. That principle has been reinforced repeatedly. There's also a third issue that stands on its own. After taking the phone, Casey goes further. He accesses its contents, scrolls through the device, and runs Rankin's information through a law enforcement database. This happens without a warrant, without consent, and without probable cause. The Supreme Court addressed this directly, ruling that the digital content of phone generally cannot be searched without a warrant. Casey did not have one. This is not a minor procedural misstep. It is a separate violation, layered on top of the seizure that came before it. The Supreme Court addressed this directly, ruling that the digital contents of a phone generally cannot be searched without a warrant. Casey did not have one. This is not a minor procedural misstep. It is a separate violation, layered on top of the seizure that came before it.
That's what you're failing to understand here, bud.
And my reasonable opinion, I'll let you know, is that what you just did was illegal.
What?
I'm not going to do anything against you.
What was illegal?
Unlawful detention, unlawful seizure,
I-
violation of First Amendment rights. Supreme
First
Court's-
Amendment rights?
Yes, sir. First
How did
Amendment
I?
Freedom of the press.
No.
You seized my phone.
Yeah.
You illegally detained me. You illegally
No, I
had me
didn't
for
illegally
arrest.
detain you.
You have no RAS of a crime.
No what?
The Supreme Court's already ruled that obstruction interference.
It's a
what
crime
you're on,
here in the city of Peabody.
I'd have to be close to you.
No,
and
you
actually
don't.
present a physical
No.
threat for it to actually.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
it is.
No.
And even
You
if,
realize the distance a rifle could shoot?
yes, but
Yeah.
guess what?
Therefore, so I don't
Isn't
listen.
this a constitutional carry state?
It doesn't matter. If you
So,
have a weapon
no,
pointed
I'm
at me, that's
just-
not legal.
Just
That is not legal. If you have a weapon pointed at me,
as soon as you
that
sell
is
cell
not
phone,
legal.
You don't have any RAS.
Did I pat you down? I don't know if you got anything on you.
I don't. But on the other hand, it wouldn't be illegal for me to do that. I believe you guys just went constitutional carry.
Yeah, we can open carry in this state. You're absolutely right.
So
But
if
having
I
a
had
weapon
been
pointed at me is
one
two
of
different
those
things.
First Amendment guys, what you're talking about.
No.
And I've been standing here with a rifle on my back. It would have been illegal for you to detain me then too, unless I actually had
First,
it unslung.
I never detained you.
You seized my property, sir.
I held on to your phone while I conducted our business.
You seized my property.
That has nothing to. You could have turned around and walked away.
It's a
You
detainment.
could have turned around and walked
You said
away.
If I didn't give you ID, you
Nope.
were going to arrest me.
Nope.
said
You
that on
could
your
have
body.
turned around and walked away.
You said on your body cam. If
Goodbye.
I didn't, I'd be arrested.
Goodbye.
If I
Have a
stand
good night.
here, are you going to arrest me?
Bye.
I'm just asking a question. If I still stand here, are you going to
I'm
arrest
saying goodbye to you.
me? Okay. If I stand here, are you going to arrest me?
If you start recording us again and interfering with my stop, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to seize your phone and I'm going to arrest you for interfering once again with my stop. So I would suggest, yeah, it's right here, bud.
That's all I need. Thanks.
Have a good night.
The most legally significant moment comes at the end, and it comes directly from Casey himself. He states on camera that if Rankin records again, he will arrest him. Recording police in public is a protected activity, and a threat of arrest for that conduct signals retaliation. At the same time, the justification for the seizure does not hold. A warrantless seizure requires consent, probable cause, or exigent circumstances. None are present here. Casey insists this was never a detention, claiming Rankin was free to leave. But the reality looks different. He had already used a pain compliance hold to take the phone, directed Rankin to stand in front of the patrol car, and repeatedly controlled his actions. When a reasonable person would not feel free to leave, that is a seizure. Rankin was not free to leave. His phone was in the officer's possession. That is a detention, and it was not supported by any clear suspicion of a crime. Rankin remains composed throughout. He states his position clearly and keeps his distance, roughly 200 feet away, never obstructing. He does provide identification under pressure, though there was no clear requirement to do so in that moment. Even so, his conduct stays measured from start to finish. He later files a lawsuit against Casey and the city of Pebbly, alleging violations of his constitutional rights. The case does not go to trial. In March 2020, the city settles for $75,000. The outcome reflects the weight of what occurred. Casey's actions, taken together, present a consistent pattern. He tells Rankin that filming police is illegal. It is not. He claims a red light from a phone. The footage shows none. He uses force to take the device, accesses its contents without a warrant, and runs personal information through a database without consent or probable cause. He directs Rankin's movements, holds his phone, denies any detention, and ends by warning that future recording will lead to arrest. Each justification is either unsupported or contradicted by established law. This is not a split-second mistake. It is a series of decisions carried out step by step and fully captured on body camera. After this incident, Casey is later fired from the Pebbly Police Department in connection with a separate matter involving prisoner abuse. That does not define this encounter, but it adds context. The footage leaves little ambiguity. Every word and every action is on record.